Yo, what is up, guys? James Carter TV here to recap the Kansas City Chiefs demolition of the Houston Texans. Now, it wasn't just a full-on demolition. It was a very slow demolition. It wasn't like a bomb or like a big crash or anything like that. It was just a slow beatdown of the Houston Texans in this first playoff game. And I said in my wild card picks and predictions video yesterday that I was excited for this wild card weekend. And I still am, because we still have 3 games to go. But I had thought that every team had a chance to win the game. And I picked the Chiefs to win this game, but I thought that the Texans have a chance to win this game because their defense has been playing better, because Brian Hoyer have been playing better, blah, blah, blah. These things that I believe to be true were not true. The Kansas City Chiefs are way better than the Houston Texans, and mainly because of the difference at the quarterback position. I said when this season started, Brian Hoyer will be the reason the Houston Texans do not reach their potential. Now, their potential was higher than I thought it would be, because I had them going 6-10 coming into this season, and it appeared as if that was the path they were on, but then they saved the season mid-season. They got things rolling. They won the AFC South mainly because of Andrew Luck's injury for the Indianapolis Colts. But they won the division. They're in the playoffs. They're hosting a playoff game. And the fans were ready to go. They were very loud from the beginning of this game. But then at the beginning of this game, Knile Davis, running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, returns a kickoff return, 106 yards for a touchdown. Okay, that hurt, but you can still win this game. You're still very much in this game. The game just started. Then the Chiefs get the ball. Texans are very loud, very boisterous early, get the ball on offense, and just can't do anything. And then Brian Hoyer begins his dissemination into one of the worst, if not the worst, playoff performance I've ever seen. It's the worst I've seen, actually. I know Jake Delhomme in 2008 has a nice argument there, but no, I think this is the worst. 4 interceptions, a fumble, another fumble that wasn't lost but should have been. So we're talking about 2 fumbles, 1 loss, and 4 interceptions for Brian Hoyer. I mean, how many possessions do you even get in a game? 12? 13. Half of those were turnovers, or should have been turnovers, by Brian Hoyer. An absolutely god-awful performance, under 50% completion percentage. He was absolutely dreadful. He was missing receivers, which is really hard to do when you have DeAndre Hopkins, who is 6'2", who grabs almost anything and everything that comes his way. It is hard to overthrow him. It is hard to miss this big catching radius that he has. And yet, Brian Hoyer found a way to consistently miss his catching radius, to consistently throw behind his receivers, to throw to the right of his receivers, to throw to the left of his receivers, to throw up, to throw down, anywhere but to his receivers consistently throughout this first playoff game. And I'm so sick now of watching Houston Texans playoff games, because they're always the worst playoff game of that weekend. They are consistently over the past 4 years, where they've made the playoffs over, how many years? The past 3 out of the 4 years during the Matt Schaub era in 2012 and then 2011, or whatever. So, I mean, I'm so sick of this crap. Stop wasting our time making the playoffs just to go and to do nothing. We're sick of watching this crap. Okay? This is utter junk that you've made us sit through and watch. Oh, God. But it's over. Now, on to the other team, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, as I said, this was a very slow beating, but it was a beating. And I'm consistently saying that, guys, too many people are sleeping on the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl. I have the Bengals winning tonight, and if this is true, and if the Bengals do win, that would mean that the Kansas City Chiefs will go face the Denver Broncos, and I think the Chiefs can go to Denver and win. I really, really, really believe this. Hell, they did it. They went to Denver and won earlier on in the season during this 11-game winning streak that they're currently on. If the Steelers go to Cincinnati and win, this team will face the New England Patriots, where again, they have a chance to win. So you guys can keep sleeping on the Kansas City Chiefs, but we're talking about a Super Bowl contender here, definitely. Now, I'm of the opinion that whoever goes to the Super Bowl out of the AFC will lose. I don't care who comes out of the NFC. I'm picking that team. If it's the Seahawks, the Cardinals, the Panthers, the Packers, the Redskins. Now, the Redskins won't make it, but hypothetically, I'm picking the NFC team. Really, because it's either going to be the Seahawks, the Cardinals, and the Panthers, and I am of the belief that those are the three best teams of the NFL, and I believe one of those three teams will get there. The Redskins, Packers, and another team, the Vikings, they don't have a chance to me. Not to me. So, the Chiefs, I think, could definitely get to the Super Bowl. Can they beat those three teams I mentioned? I don't think so. But hey, let's see how the playoffs go. They've won this game. Let's see if they continue to win games. And if they do, we'll reevaluate things when the time comes. Until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.